Krysiewicz from Keeper for a Cure, and today's guest is Andre Blake. Andre Blake is a Jamaican international footballer who plays professionally for the Philadelphia Union and the MLS as a goalkeeper. Blake spent 3 years playing college soccer at UConn before signing a Generation Adidas contract with the MLS. He registered 37 shutouts over his 3 years in goal for the Huskies, winning the Big EastGoalkeeper of the Year award in 2011 and 2012, and the AAC Goalkeeper of the Year award in 2013. Blake was selected by Philadelphia Union first overall in the 2014 MLS SuperDraft. Blake made his debut for Jamaica national football team on March 2014 versus Barbados, a 2-0 win. Blake earned his first medal for Jamaica later that year, winning the 2014 Caribbean Cup and earning the Golden Gloves Award in the process. Andre, thank you for taking time to chat with me. How are you doing?
Thank you for reminding me of all these accolades. I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great as well. Okay, Andre, are you ready to dig into these questions?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Let's do it.
Why did you become a goalie?
I think goalie chose me. I didn't choose goalie, but just kidding. I mean, when I was younger, maybe your age, I used to always get really good feedbacks, about, people motivating me, telling me that they think, I have the talent and I could be pretty good if I take it serious. So I just decided to follow their advice and go for it.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta follow people's advice. If you don't like it, but people tell you you're good at it, maybe try some more and you'll find out you sort of like it once you try it some more.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. What motivates you to keep training hard to maintain being a professional goalie?
I love the game. I play for my family. I have a beautiful wife, 2 kids. My family back home in Jamaica. So for me, that's my biggest motivation. Also, yeah, the passion that I have for the sport. For me, I really love what I do. I love playing soccer. I love being a goalkeeper. So it gives me the drive to get up every day and to just want to keep going and stay motivated.
Yeah, because playing soccer is like my favorite thing to do in the world. So once I'm hoping I grow up and I get to do it for my job, I think that's going to be awesome. And then I want to become a coach once I retire.
Nice. Okay. You have a long way to go before you retire, but okay.
Yeah. Is training with the Jamaica team different than training with the Union?
For me, soccer is universal. Anywhere you go, it's soccer. But at the international level, as opposed to the club level, I would say it's a little bit different. As with the club level, it's a lot more tactics. International level, you go in, you don't get to spend as much time with your national team as you do with your club. So when you get into the national team, I think the pace is the speed of play is faster. But as it relates to the club, it's more patient, moving the ball around. But at the end of the day, it's soccer, So wherever you go, wherever you play, it just comes back down to it being soccer. So yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it might be. I don't know if I'll ever get to the national team, but I'd want to. If it's like different training styles, or like, is it the same amount of goalkeepers like national team wise?
Yeah, when most times with your national team, sometimes it's 2 goalkeepers, sometimes it's 3. But when you go with your national team, sometimes you're there for only 7 days or 5 days, so you don't really get to change anything. You just have to really maintain what you have and to just do drills to pretty much stay sharp and to kind of find out how the coaches want to play, whether it's playing out from the back or being more direct. But there's not enough time for a lot of training. It's just more about knowing the style of play and staying sharp and being ready for the game.
Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't seem like there's much difference. I just feel like the part of being like a national team goalie, if it's like a starter or like backup, I think it might be a little bit different. Just the feeling of being the national team goalie. or just being like the normal team in general?
Yeah, I mean, for sure. Everybody wants to represent their country. It's an
Yeah.
honor. It's a big achievement. So whether you're starting or you're just the backup or the third string, it's always an honor to put on the jersey for your country. So yeah.
Yeah. What steps help you achieve the ability to become a professional level goalkeeper?
I think I had a great support system. I had guys who really motivated me. But for me, one of the most important thing was that I was self motivated. I was self driven, so I didn't really need anyone to get me going. I knew what I wanted, and I just decided no matter what, I'm gonna keep my eyes on the goal. What I want to achieve. So for me, obviously, there's gonna be days when you need someone to kind of give you a little push along the way. But for me, it was all within. I knew what I wanted, and I decided that nothing was gonna stop me from achieving my goals.
Yeah. Speaking of looking up at the goal, I actually saw you play USA in the World Cup. It was just like a pre-match sort of thing, but I saw you play.
Yeah, that's nice. Cool.
Um, what sacrifices did you make through your life to be able to become a professional goalkeeper?
Yeah, I mean there's a lot of sacrifice. I mean in life in general, there's a lot of sacrifice. If you really want something, you're gonna have to give up stuff. You're gonna have to be willing to be dedicated to it. You have to be committed. You have to spend hours after hours, working on your craft, trying to get better, and just the sacrifice day in day out, like putting your body on the line, putting your body through these rigorous trainings, but it is what it is. It is what we love, and we don't see it as sacrifice that much, because we know in the end it's going to pay off. So we just have to do what is required to get the job done.
Yeah, you. If you want to become a professional, you've got to be willing to make those big sacrifices, missing movies or whatever, going to the mall with your friends. You've got to pay attention to what you do, because it could be like before a soccer game and you want to get that extra training in, go run before the game so you're ready for the game. Anything, but you've got to be willing to make sacrifices to get leveled up.
Yes, sir. You're gonna have to give up some things. You're gonna have to prioritize. You might want to go out to a party, but that's not the best thing to do. You might want to not train, but that's not the best thing to do. You have to make the sacrifice to not skip training, and to again prioritize, take care of your body. It goes down to eating right. It can't be eating all these fast food, all these unhealthy food, as well as getting adequate amount of rest. You have to get your sleep at night. You have to do like your ice bath, your hot tub, and all these little things that adds up to making the difference. So yeah.
Yeah. If you weren't a professional goalie, what else would you want to be?
Man, that's a good one. For me, I'm always a sports person, but I'd probably be in some other sport. I don't know what, but I love sports. Anything to do with the ball, I really love it. So whether it's tennis, baseball, basketball, so yeah.
Cool. Cause basketball and stuff. Just saying, like, helps your eye coordination and stuff, hand-eye coordination.
Yeah.
So just training basketball and stuff. Just even if you just don't start playing soccer, I mean, if you're a basketball player, you can like start spinning the ball on your fingers. Just those little details.
That's true. Yep.
Um, what have you done on the field and off the field that you're most proud of?
Yeah, for me, on the field is always about, it's a team sport. So for me, it's always about winning trophies, accomplishing stuff, as a group, because if you really look at it, it's a bunch of guys, collectively, we all have the same goal, so what better feeling than to know that we have all come together to achieve, what we are trying to accomplish. And off the field, I just started the Andre Blake Foundation. something that I'll be looking forward to helping kids back in Jamaica. So for me, those are the main things right now.
Yeah, soccer is definitely a team sport. You're never going to win anything by yourself. You can't be selfish while playing soccer. You've got to be willing to either take that shot or pass, either try and make that save or give up on it. You've got to do everything you can to do whatever you can to make some sort of save, or think about, am I going to be selfish and take this shot, or am I going to think of other people and give them the first goal of the season? It's just, you got to make sure they get their part too.
Yep, it's a team sport. You have to support your teammate because, at the end of the day, you can't play by yourself. You're going to need everyone. So, yeah.
And you said you have a foundation called the Andre Blake Foundation. Can you tell me more about that?
Yeah, it's still in the initial stages. I haven't done a official launch yet, but I'm starting to get the word out there. So, I mean, I'm really looking to help kids back in Jamaica with back to school stuff. So for me, I have the privilege, to come here and to have a better life. So for me, it's always good to give back, So that's what I'll be looking to do starting this year.
Yeah, it's always good to give back because you can be the top person and everybody will think good of you, and you secretly hate giving back to other people, and then once somebody finds out, they'll tell everybody, and then you're not going to become such a more popular person. If somebody finds out you're giving back to people and you're good at soccer and you're very athletic, everybody's going to you're going to have more and more fans. But if you just think about yourself and be selfish, nobody's going to like you.
That's true. I agree.
What goalies or soccer players inspired you to want to be a professional?
So when I was younger, growing up, Edwin Van der Sar was my biggest motivation. Whenever I'd watch him play, I'd be so motivated. I feel like I can do anything. I'd go to the soccer field and I'd just be running around calling myself Edwin Van der Sar. So he was my motivation when I was younger growing up.
He was a great goalie. I watch his highlights sometimes. He was an outstanding goalie.
Mm-hmm.
His saves and everything.
Yep.
What are your favorite gloves to wear in net and why?
Oh, I have to say the Andre Blake Laguna. That's the
Yeah.
there's no doubt about that. That's an easy one for me. And I created those gloves working with West Coast. I personalized those gloves. Every details on it is what I wanted. So I've been loving every moment of it, and hopefully I can continue to make some great memories using those gloves.
Yeah, I also wear West Coast. Those gloves are pretty cool. You did a great job customizing those. I love the little spots of yellow and the green you used it. They're awesome.
Thank you.
What save in your mind really sticks out?
For me, all my saves are very important. I don't think there's this one save that really sticks up for me. And the goalkeeper, a save is a save, whether it's an easy save or an incredible save. It's a save. If you didn't make the save, then it's a goal. So for me, all my saves are very important, and I treat all my saves the same.
Yeah, all those tiny saves, you might think they're good and stuff, but then your teammates might think, oh, wow, that was an amazing save. So once you're trained more and more, all those easy saves your teammates might think are hard saves are just easy in your mind.
Yep.
What advice would you give a young goalkeeper like me that wants to play at the professional level?
Yeah, I just tell you, have fun, work hard, do all the little things, take care of yourself, and it's not always going to be easy, and for goalkeepers, I think it's a lot mental. And the older you get, I think the more experience you gain, and the better you become. So while you're younger, dare to make mistakes, be fearless, and just have short-term memory because there's going to be moments where you're going to make a mistake, and you have to pick yourself up, and you keep going. That mistake can either make you or it can break you, and you're gonna decide what happens. So keep going. It's a lot more mental than a lot of people think, and but it can be fun. It can be really fun when you're making all those saves, and players ready to celebrate, and then when they look, you come up with a big save. So it's, just have to stay motivated, stick to the task, and just be you.
Yeah, soccer is a very mental game. You can't just think about something and then do it. You've got to be smart about it. Like, if you see a man and he's on pressure and you pass to him, you're just going to turn the ball over, and then you got to think about it. You got to fake it or pass it back and go the other way.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah. Sorry for cutting you off.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Do you have any questions for me?
I don't actually. I don't. But yeah, I have one. How do you like West Coast gloves?
Okay, so I was watching Matt Turner play because we were just watching random games, and we were looking up what gloves he wore because I needed a new pair of gloves because I had holes in mine. So we saw he wore West Coast, and we just started scrolling through their website, and then I wouldn't stop bugging my parents. I was like, "Oh, I like these ones. I like these ones," and then my parents just said at that point, "We're gonna get you any gloves you like." So then I just stuck from there, and then West Coast have been the best glove I've had in my hand ever since I started playing goalkeeper. The quality, the grip, I think this is kind of weird, but like the rubbery feeling inside the fingers, like to hold the metal finger pallets inside. I think it's cool. So like when you catch the ball, your fingers like rubbing up against the glove.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like salty too, so like when your hands are sweaty, you like rub your finger up against it. It feels really weird.
Okay.
Thank you, Andre, so much for coming on 10 Questions with the Pro. You were the first goalie I have interviewed that I actually seen play a game, and it was an honor to speak to you. Thank you for taking time to support Keeper for a Cure. Remember to check out this show and all our other shows on our YouTube channel. Just search Keeper for a Cure, and we also have a Spotify and iTunes. Just search Keeper for a Cure and remember to subscribe and like. Please visit www.keeperforacure.com for more information on how you can help the Keeper for a Cure campaign this season, which benefits the Phillips Cancer Center in Charlottesville, Virginia. I'm Brady Krysiewicz, and tonight's episode features Andre Blake from the Philadelphia Union. Thank you for tuning in to 10 Questions with the Pro.
Thank you for having me, Brady.